Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim. I'm here at my repair shop, Donor Automotive in Anchorage, Alaska, and we've got a Mazda Tribute here, 03, but this video is going to apply to probably somewhere, 01 through 2011, 2012, Ford Escape, Mazda Tribute, some of those Mercury Mariners, and you're experiencing a bad front wheel bearing. In this case, the whole wheel is just bearing pressed into the hub assembly. We're going to do this quick R&R here. If you don't have a press or a hub tamer tool, then this might be one that at least you may take the knuckle assembly off, take it to a shop where they can press the bearing in and out. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward repair. So we're going to crank this one out. Hopefully this video is helpful. Thanks for stopping by the Car Doctor channel. Alright, always use safe lifting practices. I've got this supported on my 2-post hoist here and wheels off the ground. You jack it up, make sure it's supported properly under the frame, preferably on a flat level surface. I'm going to remove the wheel here. Calls for a couple hours of labor to do this job, so depending on your skill level, availability of tools and equipment. Alright, first I'm going to remove the brake caliper. I'm going to remove the actual bracket, compress the piston slightly here with a screwdriver, and then hang this off to the side. Good time to check your brake hoses. These cars are known for brake hose failure, cracked hoses. Take a look all the way around. I got a video on this. Dang, this one's, I don't know if they're cracked, but this got kind of a pretzel shape, possibly improperly installed hose. Probably been replaced, and just some funky aftermarket hose. But anyway, be sure and support this. We're going to use a little wire and hang it off the strut so we don't damage the brake hose in the process. Like I said, just kind of compress this piston a little bit, make it a little easier, and not 17 millimeters. 18 millimeter caliper bracket bolts. Support that, take the rotor off. Now we're going to remove the end of the axle shaft nut or spindle nut. Okay, now I'm going to remove the spindle nut. This is, let's see here, 1.25 inches. Disconnect this outer tie rod in. We'll pull the cotter pin out. That'll be an 18 millimeter again. I'm just going to whack it. We'll remove that. Now I want to attempt to disconnect the ABS wiring here. That makes it easiest, but sometimes it's kind of stuck in there. You want to be careful. delicate sensor. Use a little penetrant here. Good. Very delicate. You can also disconnect all this wiring and disconnect the connector up in the engine compartment and leave it attached, but you don't want to damage this as you're pressing the bearing in and out. So this is the best way if you can get it out. I don't know about you guys in the Rust Belt areas with corrosion, this might be a real treat. Now we remove these two bolts securing the knuckle to the strut assembly. Okay, finally remove the pinch bolt that secures the lower ball joint to the bottom of the knuckle. There it is there. Guessing that's another 18 millimeter. So here's a spot if you don't have a press, you could take your bearing and your knuckle hub assembly and just run it down to, your local shop and have them press this out and press the new one in. And I definitely recommend a quality bearing assembly. But now we'll go over to the press and take care of this thing. Okay, first we gotta press the hub out of the bearing. In order to do that, I've attached this bearing knife down there and set this thing up and raise my Okay, now we got to pop the snap ring out of here. So we can press this bearing out from this side. Okay, now we're going to press the new bearing into the knuckle. And just note, you can't use a hammer on this. Any impact here could crack the race or damage the bearing. So you don't want to do that. You gotta use a press. Line things up and drive her home. Make sure it's going straight in. Not like this. See if we can get our snap ring on. There we go. Looks good. Yeah, I did this the other day. I'm going to try it again. This is what I usually do, but I made it look easy last time. Cut this race so we can get it off of this hub. There we go. All right. And make sure and get the axle shaft through enough to get some threads on it. It was a little tight coming out, so won't tighten that down yet. Should always get a new pinch bolt for the lower ball joint. And make sure the ball joint is inserted fully. Okay. So we'll torque these strut to knuckle bolts to 85 foot-pounds. Then the lower ball joint pinch bolt is 52 foot-pounds. The tie rod end is going to be 41 foot-pounds in this case. And then once we get the rotor and caliper on, we'll tighten the spindle nut or axle nut to 214 foot-pounds. Torque sensor is like 89 inch-pounds for this ABS sensor. We'll hopefully remember to install that. Put some blue Loctite on the caliper mounting bolts just for good measure. Now we'll insert a screwdriver here so we can torque that. Spindle nut, 214 pounds. Foot-pounds, that is. Critical adjustment. You got to torque this properly. If you don't, you'll have premature failure of the wheel bearing. You don't want to take that chance. So, double check our work here. Looks good. I'll shoot a little grease in the lower body joint and tie rod in. Couple squirts there, couple there. Give it an initial torque with my torque stick here, then we'll lower it down and finish torquing that. I'm going to go ahead and do some other work on this car. I noticed that they had a bad headlight bulb, and I'm going to do an oil change and double check our work. But oh, it sounds so much smoother. It's nice and tight too. So this is a major safety related repair. If you've got a failed wheel bearing, of course the symptoms can include kind of a rubbing or grating or grinding noise. Sometimes changes when you turn. A lot of times you're loading the vehicle and you kind of feel kind of sounds like that. And then of course abnormal tire wear, and worst case scenario, your wheel flies off of your car and you're just driving along and you see a rolling object passing you by and you're like, wow, cool, and that's your tire. So that's not a good thing. So definitely a safety related repair. It's good to do. Always good to consult your repair manual for proper repair procedures. The car doctor can't be responsible if you crash and die. This is just for entertainment purposes. So keep that in mind and keep watching car doctor videos. Helps fix your head. When you watch other people with broken head, it helps fix your own. So that's a good thing. And it's always good to see you here. Please leave your comments down below. Keep them clean, because it might hurt my feelings. I'm sensitive that way. All right, take care. Have a good one.